First concept is, what is that value of, what is that value I started with? I started and I was mentioning to you, time has a lot have value to compute and to work it out. Time has, has a major role to play. Like you have various assets has a value, and the time has a value. Whether money has a value, yes. Whether money over a period of time it has, it's going to change the value, yes. That's what we call time value of money or time preference for money. We discussed about the two important techniques of time value of money. One is, other side, it could be index number, it could be, the time series, or it could be inflation, etc. But other, in business maths, we learn interest as the technique to evaluate the time value of money. There are two major computation: simple interest and compound interest. How do you work out SI? How do you work out CI? The logic, all that explained. SI formula. All of you quickly let me know. All of you quickly let me know what is that SI formula in your chat box first. So SI is equal to PNI. A is equal to 2 formula P plus SI. Finally, it comes down to P into 1 plus NI. So once we learned this, there are various types of problems, some techniques we learned. Then we entered into compound interest. I was mentioning yesterday, in the finance world, compound interest is more relevant and more rational. What is compound interest? It computes income on two components. Repeat, it computes interest on two components. One component is the principal or original money, the original sum of money, starting money, present money. Other one is whatever you get interest, the accrued interest, you don't take back from the bank. Banker uses that money also. Therefore, it is on two component. One is the principal, one is the accrued interest. You work out. Then we learned the formula in CI. All of you agree with me? Formula in CI. First we learned CI or A. All of you put C or A. Is it CI formula first or A formula? Excellent. Super. I can make out your responses. It is the A formula first. A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n. That is amount. Once you derive amount, CI is equal to A minus. Worked out problem to find P, worked out problem to find A, worked out problem to find CI. And one interesting thing we learned in this chapter of time value of money, it is the calculator which makes your calculation much easier. Do you all agree with me? The calculator knows SI and CI. 5 lakh. Let us look at an example. Let us just test it to those who have missed out the session. 5 lakh. Let us consider 5% for 4 years. 5 lakh rupee invested, 5% for 4 years. What is your amount at the end of 4th year? If it is simple interest, all of you have calculator with you. If it is simple interest, take 5 lakh. All of you take 5 lakh. If it is simple interest, you want to know the amount. 5% for 4 years. 5 into 4 plus 20%. Is that 6 lakh in your calculator? Is that 6 lakh in your calculator fast? Yes, that is your simple interest logic. To get the amount A, this is how you do. Can you tell me how do you do it? If it is compound interest, take 5 lakh, add, don't do 5 into 4, 20%, do 5% 4 times, plus 5%, plus 5%, 2 times, plus 5%, plus 5%. Please let me know what it comes in your calculator. Is it 6 lakh 7,753? First, excellent. Many students have answered. So we learned and understood your calculator is such an amazing thing. It knows SI logic, it knows CI logic. But whatever you worked out, 5% plus 5%, it gives the amount. Deduct the original sum, you will get the CI. Is that clear to all of you? Please, after working out this, we have entered into a different calculation. Question paper setter, he knows that you know SI, he knows that you know CI, he knows both that you know. To make you little more time waste, he may tell you work out difference between CI and SI, and you worked out a problem on that. Sometimes a reverse working question will come, and I have explained you 4 methods. What was that? They give you the difference. What is the original sum? What is that principal? For what sum of money you will get this difference in SI and CI? Is it SI minus CI or CI minus SI? Which is bigger? It is CI minus SI. So I think I have given you the first method. Is like any book you refer, it will give working algebraic method, which I generally don't prefer you to do that. but just to know how your calculation will work, taking X or P, that you can work out. The second method I told you, take money of 100 rupee, take money of 200, anything. Simple, 10 rupee, that's okay. Take 10 rupee principal, you will get some rupee difference, 1 rupee difference, let me assume. For 10 rupee, final difference is 1. Assume that the final difference is, after working out CI and SI, assume the final difference is 305. Proportionately do a cross multiplication. I call it as box method. You know, at the end, I'm going to teach you two important methods. One method is the box method, other one is the line method, which I will explain a little later. So I think this box method or your cross multiplication is of great helpful to you. Then I told what is the third method. If question is ulta, question is reverse, my dear student, you don't work directly. You also do reverse. You don't go from question to answer, go from answer to question. And trust me, this if you learned so many complicated questions, you just answer like this. Very quickly you can do it. That's why substitute the options. Take option and plug into the question. Check whether you will get the same difference. And you can work out each method. The last one is I given you a shortcut. Can all of you let me know what is that shortcut? What is that shortcut I told you? For any difference in SA and CA for 2 years, we learned D is equal to difference is equal to PI score. Applicable only if it is 2 years. If it is 3 years, it becomes complicated. For generally 2 years, you can use this. But for any number of years, the best is either your second method or third method. I prefer you to go for third method. Then we learned, suppose you invested a money in bank and assume that 10 years you invested, you can calculate the amount. What if you are invested or you invested 10 years, 7 months? That's where the problem lies, no? You invested a part of the year. You are not invested in full number of years. If 10 years, so okay, it is easy. How do you work out if you invest in the 10 years and 5 months or 8 months, etc.? We learned 2 steps. Problem is because you have extra 7 months or 8 months. No, that's the problem, right? Take it out. Work for 10 years first. So step 1, work for that integral value. Work that n as a whole number. Do it, you will get this amount. To work out that 8 months interest, add that 8 months interest on that increased value, on the amount, not on the original sum, on that, into 8 by 12 into the relevant percentage given to you, you will get interest. Add that 10 months ka this much amount, 8 months extra kept, this much interest is added, this is the amount. This is how you can work out. Or if the n is not a whole number, n you have a number and some months are there, this is how you are going to do it. So we learned one thing. When you learned a formula, it does not mean all the times you apply the formula. I know A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. But if n comes in some numbers of years and plus some additional months, then that formula becomes complicated. Work out for full number of years, that part of the year interest, fraction of the year. Please don't go by the formula. It becomes more calculative. It becomes, you have to take logarithms and on so forth. You don't have so much time to do it. This is an easy method to do. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone? Today, I'm going to discuss you very important and interesting concept to you. Something called as, nominal rate, effective rate, and this chapter moves on. See, one small thing, I'll just start with this. You invest in bank today. Let us consider 1 lakh. A year end, 10% per annum will give how much? Obviously, 1 lakh plus 10%, 1,10,000. What if a banker adds interest to you every 6 months? You know that, no? Banker need not to add every year end, no? Banker can add every 6 months. 6 months over, 1 lakh, 10%, 6 months, it is, 5,000, 1 lakh, 5,000. On that it is calculated. Every 6 months interest is added. What if at all you have to work out, the banker adds interest quarterly. You know what is a quarter? Every 3 months. Every 3 months interest is added. What if a banker adds every month? So you need to have a different formula if the compounding done half yearly, quarterly, monthly. So then what is that formula? A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. It is an yearly compounding. You invested today, year from now, interest is added. But if it is every half year, every quarter, every month, then your formula is going to change. We have to know how do you change that formula. If it is not a yearly compounding, half yearly, quarterly compounding, then it comes. There's something called as nominal rate and effective rate. You might have heard, there is called nominal wages and real wages. Similarly, the rate of interest is of two types, which I'm going to discuss to you in, as it progresses. Students, shall we go further then? In the last, compound interest was, our working basically was with one problem of how to work out A, P and CI. Am I right? This is what concept number 9 we discussed in the last problem. Today, after working out this, we learned what if I deposit, what money you have to deposit today, so that the amount will become 9,87,000. So the reverse calculation to find P. Then we learned what is the difference between CI and SI, and we worked out some problems on this. I think you all learned that. Post that, okay, we learned a problem how to work out amount if n is not in whole number, it is in fraction. All of you are there here, will be able to make out. Okay, will you be able to make out? Super. Okay, so students, 17th question, which is your work. All of, whether anyone tried the 17th question? Find compound interest on rupees 2 lakh, 9% per annum CI for 10 years 4 months. I will write the steps. First step, work for amount for 10 years. You will get an answer. Amount for 10 years, you will get an answer. Next, you will get second step. Add how many months ka interest? 4 months interest. 4 months interest on what? 4 months interest on what? On the increased value. So if you add, you will get amount after 10 years, 4 months. But please note, they have not asked you the amount, but they have asked you what is the compound interest. CI is equal to what? A minus P. This is A, this is P. This is A, this is P. After adding that 4 months interest. And tell me, what is the final answer you are going to get in that problem? What is the final answer you are all going to get in that problem? Yes? All of you please respond. If at all you are not done, please try it out. You are going to get, yeah, you are going to get option C. Is that option C? Whether you all try it out and let me know next session. So option C, if you are not, if at all you are not done. Okay. So shall we go for the next one then? Okay. Today I am going to discuss the next important concept. Let us take the next concept. Students, if at all it is 10 years, look at an example. If at all it is 10 years, so 10%, 5 lakh rupee deposit, what is the amount after 3 years? Simple calculation. Let us look at the formula. A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n. So 5 lakh, 1 plus I value 0.10 to the power 3. 5 lakh into 1.10 to the power 3. So 5 lakh. This answer, first you use calculator, 1.331. This is interesting. I did not tell you, no. This 11 power, it is such an interesting number. 11 to the power 0 is 1. 11 to the power 1 is 1, 1, keep like 1, 1, and 1 plus 1. So 11 to the power 1 is 1. 11 to the power 1 is 11. 11 to the power 2 is 1, 1. Look like Rangoli you draw, no? 1 plus 1, 2. 11 to the power 3 is 1 this side, 1 this side, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 1, 3. So 1, 3, 3, 1. 11 to the power 4 will be 1, 1, 1 plus 3, 4, 3 plus 3, 6, 3 plus 1, 4. Like that it goes on. You can try in your calculator. This is called as something math very interesting. It is called as Pascal triangle, P not R. Pascal triangle. Pascal triangle basically explains you about 11 to the power 0, 11 to the power 1, 11 to the power 2, 11 to the power 3, etc. That's why here 1.1 to the power 3 is basically 11 cube, and 1331. Taking the decimal appropriately, you will get 1.331. That you don't worry, this part. What is very important for all of us is to uh, compute quickly about that working. Tell me, 5 lakh into 1.331. First, what is your answer? 5 lakh into 1.331. What is your last answer that you arrive, that will arrive at the end? So it is equal to, as you said, 6,65,500. Everyone got this answer? Super. Students, now the one kind of question will come. Uh, Bank rate of interest. How much percentage here? What is the rate of interest? What is the rate of interest? 10%, no? So whether the 10% remains same, I always say this. In this world, there is nothing static. Everything is dynamic, including your bank interest rate also. What prevails today, after some months or years, going to change. It may not remain same in the next year. That's the reason we assume this formula when that rate of interest remains same. What if the rate of interest for next year is 11%? For next year is 12% or something like that? Then how do you do it? Now I will tell you how that formula derived. Now P into 1 plus I first year. For second year, same rate, no, 1 plus I. Third year, same rate, 1 plus I. So it is like that it goes. And I've taken 3 years. So it finally it becomes 1 plus I to the power 3. Is that clear to everyone? Please do answer. Have you understood whatever I am discussing so far? Single letter, yes, no? Okay, you are with me. Super. Student, let me assume first year 10%. And second year is some other rate 15%, then you cannot use that same formula. If these all are same, you can multiply, right? If these are different, you can't do. Then I can do, that is first year rate 1 plus I1, 1 plus I2, 1 plus I3. Go on, do it. So 5 lakh. Hope all of you are there with me. Assume the first rate of interest is 10%. I will take 0.10. Second year, I will do it as 0.20, 20%. Third year, I will take it as 1 plus 0.25, 25%. I'm just taking some numbers. So tell me, first year 10%, next year 20%, third year 25%. Can you tell me what is that last answer is all about? So you have to just do 5 lakh into 1.1. Every time you used to do 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. Now you have to change 1.1, 1.2, 1.25. Fast. Many of you are answering. Hello, boys and girls, where are you? Whether your calculator is working. New calculator, you said, no? 8,25,000. Some friends, some of you are telling. Yeah. So 5 lakh into 1.1, 1.2, 1.25 will give you 8,25,000. So that's what, earlier it was 6,65,500 due to the static rate of interest, due to the constant rate of interest. If the rates of interest are different, then you cannot do that straight formula 1 plus I to the power n. That is correct. This formula is correct only when all the years, n years, the same rate of interest is there, you can do it. If every year that interest rate differs, then you have to do this formula, which I have written here. 1 plus I1, I2, I3. I1 means first year interest rate, I2 means second year, I3 means third year. So we are entering to a new concept where there are different rates of interest. How do you do it? And trust me, even if you don't know the formula, if you have a good calculator with you, that's going to help you. Every time you do plus 10%, plus now you do plus 10%, plus 15%, plus 20%, like that, go on, do it. Right. Shall we go further, students? Shall we go further? Let us look at a problem here. Okay. All right. So question number, all of you refer the question number here. Concept number 12, all of you write in your notebook, just write the concept number. Formula for different rates of interest. Formula for different rates of interest. If same interest rate, 1 plus I, 1 plus I, 1 plus I up to n, that becomes P into 1 plus I to the power n, which we know. If there are different rates of interest, I1 first year interest rate, I2 second year, I3 like that, n years. So write down this formula. All of you write down this formula. All of you write down. All of you writing down, no? Some boys and girls, some are very lazy. Sir, you are giving the notes, it is there. No, you have to write, otherwise you will forget. P into 1 plus I1, 1 plus I2, 1 plus I3 up to 1 plus IN, where I1, I2, dot up to IN are n different rates of interest. If there are 4, you have to take I1, I2, I3, I4. Everyone completed? Everyone completed this working? Super. Super. Shall I go to the next question? Some response from you? Excellent. So, question number 18 on your screen. All of you refer the question number 18. All of you refer the question number 18. A person deposits rupees 5 lakh in a bank which offers 10%, 12%, 15% and 20% for first 4 years. It is not same 10%, 10, 12, 15, 20. You may note that in the beginning working, I took every year 10%. If this comes, different rates of interest, how do you do it? So shall we do the solution? Okay, one formula is A is equal to, I'm writing here, P into 1 plus I1, 1 plus I2, 1 plus I3, 1 plus I4. Right. So what is the principal deposited? All of you answer. What is the principal deposit? 5 lakh. Multiply by 1 plus, tell me what is the first number? 10% in decimal, 0.10. 1 plus 0.12. I'll write down 1 plus 0.15. Finally, 1 plus 0.20. Work out and tell me last answer. 5 lakh into 1.1, 1.12, 1.15, 1.20. 2 or 20, same. What is the last final answer? What is the last final? Is it 8 lakh 50,080? Some response from you, quick. Is it your answer? What is your answer? A, B, C, D. What is your answer? A. Everyone got A? Super. The right answer choice is A. Okay. Let us look at this question. The best thing is not to apply the formula, right? You have to go by calculator. So what I will do, as I'm writing on the screen, 5 lakh, all of you have 5 lakh with you, plus, don't do any formula. What you used to do, plus 10%, plus 10%. Now you don't do plus 10% every time. Plus 10%, plus what percentage? First, 12%, plus 15%, plus 20%. Tell me the last answer first. You have to do only this. 5 lakh plus 10% plus symbol, 12% symbol, plus 15% plus 20%. That's all you have to do. Tell me what is your last answer. Such an interesting thing, no? Once you have calculator with you, your nice assistant is there with you, then you need not to worry at all. Okay, super. Everyone got? So the best way is to use your calculator. So back here, just write here, correct answer A, use calculator for your knowledge sake. Even the calci will give you the answer much faster. You don't have to break your head. Shall we go to the next one? Shall we go to the next one? So I was mentioning to all of you the compounding. I'm going to the next concept. I think 12 concepts we completed. I'm going to enter into the next concept. Please do note here. Very clearly you have to observe. There's an important thing which I have to explain to all of you. The students, if at all you are working out or compounding yearly, you know the formula. What is the formula? What is the formula? If it is yearly compounding, what is the formula? P into 1 plus I to the power n. Observe some interesting thing. Student, if nothing is there, can I write I as I by 1? Please answer. I, can it be written as I by 1? Yes. N, can it be written as 1n? N, can it be written as 1n? 1n and n same. Excellent. Student, that basic this formula arrived like this. If it is yearly compounding, listen carefully. If you are compounding yearly, let me know in a year how many times interest is added. You have to tell. I'm looking at your chat box. I will not leave you just like that. In a year, how many times interest is added? If it is an yearly compounding, once in a year, no, it is once. Some of you said 12. No, I'm not saying monthly. Yearly, no. Yearly means once in a year. Obviously one. That's why that I is denominator. You don't know it is by 1 and 1 year. We don't write that. So tell me that is yearly compounding. Half yearly, if it is so, if it is a half yearly compounding, in a year, how many times interest is added? All of you have to answer. In 1 year, how many times? 6 months once, no, 6 months once, 6 months. So 2 times. Therefore, formula becomes P into 1 plus I by 2, because half yearly means 2 times. Number of times is 2 power 2n. Easy? Okay. Do you know a quarter? Quarter, you know what is quarter? And do you know interestingly why quarter is called quarter? 90. Oh, okay. Some of you answering ML. Oh, okay. 90 ml. All that you so much you know about all this. Okay. I don't know how many of you. Okay. Coming back. Let us not deviate. Quarterly is it means 4 times a year. And one student asked me in one of the session, sir, why quarter is called quarter? It's a very interesting question. I told him 4 quarter full tight. 4 quarter full tight in night. So it means 4 quarter makes once. Hello, all of you are there with me. Prabhu Aditya, now he is already having something, 4 quarter drawn there also. All right, coming back, keeping jokes apart. So please note, quarterly means every how many months? For every how many months? Every how many months? 3 months. In a year, 12 months. Divided by 4. Every 3 months. So 4 times you add. 4 times interest is compounding. Therefore, the computation is P into 1 plus I by 4 power 4n. Please do answer monthly compounding. Can you tell me the formula? Can you tell me the formula fast? Whatever I have written, right or wrong, fast answer. You have to tell me yes, no, that's all. Single letter, whatever I have written for monthly compounding, yes, no, fast. Boys and girls, where are you? So many students are there, all are typing yes. Okay, that's what you should be able, you are not able to make out. This is wrong. That's how you have to become very, very careful. I know that you go wrong. This is what many students will write. It should be very careful. See that divide only for this, division only for this, I by 2, I by 4. Whereas here, I did 1 plus I by 12. Like this 12 is there. Oh, now you don't tell. In like this, you do mistake in exam. The small things will make a lot of difference at the end. Therefore, this is wrong. What went wrong? See, what happens is when you do this, no, it is example 10%. You should have divided 10% by 12. Let me take 12% better. It should have been 1%. But now you're adding 1. 1 is how much percentage? 100%. It gives you complete different answer. You will be dividing 112 by 12. You complete wrong. Therefore, I think that's why always you don't tell yes for every of my question. Okay, think and answer. Right. Some are in the morning sleepy mood. Huh? All right. So come back. Super. So A is equal to P into 1 plus I by 12 power 12 n. This is monthly compounding. Students, interestingly, next one. What if it is a daily compounding? It will not come. What if it is a daily compounding? Anyone guess? Daily compounding. I by how many days in a year? 365 divided by 365 n. Whether it comes? No. Okay. Can there be a compounding less than a day? Answer, all of you answer. Can you compounding in hour wise? Can you compounding morning, afternoon, evening? Can you compounding minute wise? Can you compounding second wise? Answer yes, no, single letter. First. Yes, there's a mixed response. Some of you still simply Gopal sir asked no. All times he will not guess the answer. Yes, some of you tell no. Very intelligent. How come you became so intelligent nowadays? All right. Okay. The answer is yes. The reason is there is something, a concept in your financial management, finance world. This, half yearly, quarterly, monthly, there is a common one. There are some compounding which is going to happen on less than a day. It's going to change for every minute, every second. Anyone guess? Where that change can happen? In a minute wise, second wise. Ah, super. Srinivas and Sakshi Patel. Super answer. It happens in the stock market. That is called as, write in your notebook, continuous compounding. You are going to learn in a separate chapter in your CA final course. It is called continuous compounding. Interesting. There can be compounding less than a day. That's what I want to say. Is it difficult? How do you do for every hour, every minute? Don't worry. There's a table. Look at the table and fill the value. It's simple. People get, oh, you have to do so much calculation. Nothing. All right. So all those you don't have to worry. The formula which comes to you, 1 plus I to the power n, 1 plus I by 2 power 2n, I by 4 power 4n, I by 12 power 12n. Remember, this is important. These logic and concepts are important, not just in your CA foundation, it is also important for your CA intermediate. Simple. Everyone understood? Where we learned in a topic in your financial management called as TVM again, it comes to you the time value of money in the various topics later. So I think everyone understood this. Shall we proceed? Please do answer. Have you understood all the formula whichever I have given here? Okay. So will you take down the formula? Okay. Right. So the question goes here. All of you write down in your notebook. Just write down this formula. Yeah, it's here. Please, is that clear to everyone? Heading, concept number 13. All of you writing heading at least, no? The Chandan H. Gowda formula is there. All of you writing, right? At least the heading you write. Concept number 13. Compounding, half yearly, quarterly, monthly. Is it there? Is it there in your notebook? Please refer. Concept number 13. All of you should write. If you don't write, you will forget the formula. Respond to me whether all of you are able to make out. Okay. Yes. Okay. Your quick responses will help me a lot. Students, some of you are just observing and watching like a movie. Don't do that. Just all you write down. Otherwise, you will not get into, you will not be able to make out. Your understanding is one part, but you should, you should apply the formula, right? That mind will, work only when you start writing. Super. If you say yes, I will go to the next one. Hope that everywhere you are written this divided only for this, only for this, only for this one. So we learned because of that annual compounding once in a year, that is the formula. A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n by 1 by 1. Because if it is half yearly, monthly, and quarterly, this formula comes. In every case, what is your compound interest? As usual, what amount you derive here minus principal, that is same. Okay, there is a question here. What sum of money, question number 19, what sum of money deposited today will become rupees 3 lakh, 9% per annum CI, 9% per annum CI, compounded monthly for 2 years. Oh my God. Monthly compounding for 2 years. Shall we do this? It is not yearly compounding, it is monthly compounding. Okay. So what is the money deposited? So what is P? What is P? Please respond to me. What is P? Principal 3 lakh. P 3 lakh. Okay. N 2 years. What is the interest rate given to you? What is the interest rate given to you? Interest rate is given as 9% per annum CI. So what is that I for me for working? I is equal to 0.09. Some of you said, how is P? Yeah, it is P only, no? Money deposited today will be, oh, no. Sorry. I misinterpreted. What sum of money deposited today? They are asking P. This is A. I'm sorry. I interpreted wrong. This is not P. It is A. You are right. Some of you rightly asked that question. How come it is P? It is not P. It is A. Yeah, you are right. So I will do that. This is A. A is equal to 3 lakh. Everything is correct. Your question is what money you have to deposit today? P is what? Okay. Compounding. All of you answer to me. Compounding. Hello. Compounding monthly, yearly, what? Monthly. Excellent. So solution A is equal to P into last formula, no? I by 12 power 12 n. Amount is 3 lakh. P, which we don't know, 1 plus I value 0.09 by 12 power 12. N value how much? 2. Number of years is 2. 3 lakh P into 1 plus. Can you work out 0.09 by 12? 0.0075. That's what 9 by 12, 3 by 4, 75. Is that correct what I am written? You have to do only this part. You don't do anything else. You do only this. Is that right? Okay, super. To the power 24. 3 lakh P 1.0075 to the power 24. What is your last answer there? 1.0. So it's basically 1.0075 to the power 24. 3 lakh P into what is the value of 1.0075 to the power 24? Some 6-digit answer. All of you, there is a Shetty Purva tells 0.196413. Purva Shetty tells 0.196413. Okay. Hinaisha also tells. Aisha, you also got the same answer. Okay. 196413. Okay. 6 decimal you take. If you take more also okay. Some of you take 135. That's still okay. 964. Oh, not 1. Sorry. 1.196413. Okay. No problem. Divide and let me know the last answer. So into is there. It should be divided. P is equal to 3 lakh divided by, oh, it's not point, it's 1 point. Okay, okay, sorry. This is 1.196413, correct. Super. Divided by 1.196413. Tell me the last answer. What is the last answer you arrive at? Is it 2,50,749 approximately this answer? 2,50,749. Whether everyone got this answer, please let me know whether you got this answer. Yes. If yes, then what is your answer choice? What is your answer choice for that question? Answer choice here. What is the answer all of you got? 2,50,749 you said. So the answer here is 2,50,749. The right answer choice is B. 794 or 749? C? C, okay. So it's C, 2,50,749. It is C. This correctly are written, marked out here, but the option is C. Okay. Answer is C. 1.0075 to the power 24. How do you do it? Okay, I think the same number is repeated here. You just change it. Let us take one of this 2,50,000. The same answer will not come. Just is the repetition. You make it 854. So the right answer choice is C. Okay. Okay. Some of you are asking. I know the C and D are same. Just change the D answer. So you make it B. You make it C. C and D are same repeated there. You just corrected the D. So you conclude as C. All right. They are different. But in your choices, they are different, or here it is different. 2,05,749, 2,05,749. Okay. Whether all of you got the same in your. Okay. Super. No, no. If at all you have different, look at your options and you will conclude it. Option is D. Why D? 2,50,749. 2 lakh. Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh, you got 2,50,000. I'm sorry. I just got confused. Right. This is not C. We got 2,50,000 there. I may just interpreted wrongly. We got 2,50,000, and here where I got ticked as 2,05,000. Sorry. So the last answer here is 2,50,000 is coming. 2,50,749. So closely they are given. So I got confused. Okay. So right answer is D. Repeat once again. 2,50,749 we got, and that correctly reflects in D. So not C, D. Sorry. Okay. Shall we go to the next one, students? Okay, so someone asked me in the discussion, how do you do it, sir, for the 24? That's what you have to do 1.0075. Then you have to press into 2 times equal, 2 times over equal cube equal 4. Like this, you have to do 24 times. I repeat once again. Yesterday I discussed this 1.0075. You cannot go on add 7.5 and 0.0075, or you cannot go on do it. It takes a lot of time. Into you have to press 2 times. Then equal. 2 times over, that is square. Just equal then cube equal 4, equal 5, equal 6 times, equal 7 times. Like that you do it 24 times, you get the answer. Yeah. So you should do 24 times. So sir, we should do it. 24 times what? It just fraction of seconds, not even a minute time. Okay. I remember a jokes. How to do 24 times? That takes so much. This one. Is there any shortcut to do 24 times? Just a joke I want to share with you. Dad is damn wealthy rich. Just to make it 24 times, how do you do it? Someone asked me this very interestingly. I know that to do the shortcut, but how to get the shortcut to shortcut? That uh, okay, I come to this one. Dad is damn wealthy rich, so he has made a nice big bungalow mansion to his son. Everything it is there. There are there's a big switchboard. Just one switchboard directly will go to the bathroom. One switchboard to the for his drawing room. One switchboard directly water will come. One switchboard garden. Just one switch. That's all. And so much he has. So much he has. And Dad explained after constructing such a beautiful mansion, explaining the entire flow structure that this, and he told son, you don't have to do anything. Such a technology I use it. Just go and try. Just press this, you will go wherever you want to go. Automatically it will take. Son got so happy. And then before all that explanation gets over, son says, "This is fine, Dad, but who is going to press that button?" I think that you only have to do, right? I think you got whatever I wanted to tell. Right, and you have so much shortcut I have explained. Someone is telling, how do you get that 24 times directly in one button? No, you have to do that. Right. Coming back, one small puzzle I will share with you. Then we'll go for a short break, and we'll come back quickly. All of you are ready? Yesterday, some of you got the puzzle answer. Okay. Today we'll see who is going to get it. No problem. Just jokes. Don't take seriously. That's okay. You ask any question, I'm absolutely okay. Puzzle time. Top secret. Okay. Right. Who is going to answer this? There is a number. Okay. That square is coming to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tell me what square will give you this answer. Is there anyone knows? Observe. Yeah, there is one question from Nikhilesh Kumar. If the rates of interest differ for 2 years, then remain the same. Okay. Then, example, let us consider 1 plus 10%, 0.10. Let's consider 0.15. Then it remains then it is 0.20 for 20 years. Then you have to do 0.20 for 20 years formula. 1.20 for 20 multiply by 1.10 multiply by 1.15. Is that clear, Nikhilesh Kumar? So how many years different applied? Once it is same, then you have to do that power directly. Okay. Students, shall we continue the next discussion? Shall we continue the next discussion? Important concept. There are two rates of interest. In the rates of interest, we have two rates. Please, one yes from all of you, whether all of you are there back. Single yes. Whether am I audible, whether all of you are very clear. Voice is audible. Super. Thank you. Of you said, yeah. Puzzle ka answer I did not tell, no? Okay, good. See, it is interesting, 1 square, 11 square is, see, 1, 2 times, no? 1, 2, 1. Okay. 1, 1, 1. How many times of 3 are there? No, it is 1, 2, 3. All of you observe, take calculator and try. Is that what I have written correct? 1, 2, 3, then 2, 1. First. 1, 1, 1, 4 times will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 4 times, then it is reversed. Yeah. So I said here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it is 1 you have to write 9 times. 1 9 times you have to write. Okay, 1 to be repeated 9 times, and 1 repeated 9 times square will give you this answer. Of course, your calculator may not take that, but this is how you have to do it. Super. So Danish is going to get the special planner from me. Danish, super Danish. All right. Others have tried. I know that more, at least 50-60% of the students have tried and given the answer. I think today it will go to Danish because he's going to get that prize because he answered very quickly. Student, am I clear, audible? Yeah, everyone tried. I know. Is that clear to everyone? Please do answer. Voice, audio, video, someone. Yes, super. Students, with this puzzle, I will move on to the next one. There's something called as nominal rate and effective rate. Very interesting concept. You have to concentrate a little better. Students, the concept is named as nominal and effective rate. What I want to tell you is, let us consider two examples. One bank is offering you 10% per annum yearly. One bank, another bank, compounding only, yearly compounding. But another bank, you have 100 rupee note, again you put another 100 rupee note in another bank. That is also yearly compounding. That is also compound interest only, 10% only, but not yearly, it is half yearly. I repeat my discussion again. You have 200 rupee note, 100 rupee you put in one bank, which is giving you 10% per annum CI compounding yearly. Another bank is giving you 10% per annum CI compounding half yearly. You want to know what the difference it makes at the end of first year. Shall we do it? First year end, what difference it makes? Both are same. 10%, 10%. Both the case 100 rupee only. Both the case 1 year only. Only the difference is yearly compounding here. Here it is half yearly compounding. Is that clear to everyone, my statement? I just given you an example here. Example, look at the screen. Let us consider a deposit of 100 rupee for a year, 10% per annum, compounded yearly and half yearly. One case yearly, one case half yearly. Find the amount after 1 year. Compare both the answers. Shall I do? Shall I do the working? Okay. 100 rupee in first case, 100 rupee in next case. What is the difference? Yearly compounding, half yearly compounding. Okay. Here in the first case, 10% in the first case, 10% on 100. How much amount? 10% 100, please answer. Obviously 10 rupee added 110. 1 year. 10% per 1 year. 1 year ka interest. Let us look at this example. Here it is not yearly added, it is half yearly computed. All of you agree with me? What I will do? 100, 10%. No, not 1 year, half year. 6 by 12. What is your answer? 5 rupee. 6 months end, 100 rupee become 105. Whereas next I have to do on 100 or 105. Should I do compute interest on 100 or 105? Response from you, chat box fast. 105, because it is compound interest, no? 105, 10% half year. Calculator, is it 5.25? 105 into 10% is 10.5. Half of that is 5.25. Add it. Finally, you end up with 110.25. You please let me know whether I have written on the screen, is it right or wrong? First time 100, 10% half year. Next time add that and 105 half year 10%. Any confusion you have? No. Excellent. All of you clear? Any confusion? No. No means there is no confusion. Okay. Please observe now. Please observe. 100 rupee becomes 110. Am I right? First case, 100 rupee becomes 110. And what is your income part? What is your profit? 10 rupee. 10 rupee you are getting as an income, compound interest 10 rupee you will get as an income. For investing how much money? 100 rupee. So it is 10 upon 100, obviously 10%. Question also says same. No? Okay. Let us look at this. What is your compound interest in this case? 110.25 minus 100. Hello, hello, hello. It is 10.25. I want to know in percentage. 10.25 you are getting for a deposit of 100 rupee. It gives you upon 100. I want to know that rate. It is 10.25 percentage. Students, please observe the example very carefully. If a choice is given to you, which bank you prefer? Bank A or bank B? First bank or second bank? Which bank? First. Obviously, in 100 rupee investment, bank B gives you 25 paise extra, right? If at all you invested, say, let us consider 1 lakh, you would have got another 25 rupees. For 100 only, it is 25 paise. For 1000, 2.5. If it is 10,000, you would have got 25 rupee extra. With 25 rupee, you would have had something extra, one notebook or one small ice cream, something you would have had. So which is better? Which is better? Which is better? Bank A is better or bank B is better? Now tell me where it made the difference then. Both the bank 100 rupee you deposited. Both the banks your rate of interest is 10% per annum only. Both the case 1 year. Here 1 year half of 1 year only. So where it makes a difference? It is yearly compounding. It is half yearly compounding. As an investor, you will get more income in half year compared to year, because in half year you get 6 months interest. On that 6 months interest again you get, whereas here after 1 year only you get. It means to say in the next part 5.25, 5 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupee you are here also you have. This 0.25 extra because this is because you got interest on interest. This 5 rupee earned that 0.25 interest. So smaller the compounding, higher the beneficial it is. I repeat, smaller the compounding, higher the beneficial it is. Is it an yearly better or half yearly? Half yearly better. 6 months interest you got, again you will get another 6 months interest on interest. If it is, tell me, is it half yearly better or quarterly better? First, half yearly or quarterly? Which one you choose for as an investor point of view? Which one you choose for? Some of you said quarter better. No. Half yearly or quarterly? That LY you put. Comparing half yearly and quarterly, which one you prefer? Obviously, here you get every 3 months ka interest, and that is going to earn you again. Quarterly is better than half yearly. Tell me now, quarterly better or monthly better? Quarterly better or monthly better? Obviously, monthly better. Therefore, smaller the compounding period, higher the income you get. Is that clear to everyone? Some response from you quickly? Yes. Excellent. Students, now I want to take through you another interesting concept with this discussion. Tell me, in the first case, banker specified what rate of interest? Banker specified what rate of interest to you? Super, 10%. Finally, you ended up with what rate of interest? Finally, you ended up with what rate of interest? In the first case only, 10%. Yearly compounding mein, you invested 100 rupees, 10% means you will get 10% only. But you observe in the second case, banker is telling you 10% per annum only. But finally you ended up with what rate of interest? First, 10.25%. What banker is giving you, that whatever mentioned, 10%, that is called as nominal rate. That is named as what? Nominal rate. Whatever given in the question, that is called as nominal rate. But if you do not yearly, if you do half yearly, quarterly, etc., you get little more than that. You only told it is more beneficial. So what you actually yielded, what you are actually effectively getting, that is called as effective rate of interest. So in the half yearly compounding, we understood, though banker mentions to you 10%, you end up with getting 10.25%. Whatever mentioned to you in the question or banker specifies, that is called as nominal rate. All of you type in your chat box, it's called nominal rate. But what you actually got, what rate of interest generated to you for a year, it is not 10%, it's more than that. It is called as, hello, all of you, right? It is called as effective rate. It is called as what rate? Effective rate. Is that clear to everyone? Please do answer. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. So finally, I will give you a chart and I will explain you the running notes. So the rate of interest are of two types. First category, what rate? Please answer what rate? Nominal. This is effective. Super. Now tell me, nominal is, can I call the given rate, whatever specifies in the question? Specified rate. The question only mentions, you don't have to break your head. Yes, listen, interesting. This is also called as coupon rate. I'm going to a commerce world altogether. Have you heard this word called coupon rate? Answer from you. Coupon rate, okay. Why is this called coupon rate? This question generally comes. Have you heard this word coupon? Where do you use that coupon generally? Coupon rate. Where do you use that coupon? Nikhilesh is rightly said. We use in the canteen. Correct. Exactly. I want to take the same. Lottery, coupon. Okay. I don't know. That coupon is different. Okay. Okay. You get no smaller example. There's a small canteen in your college and they expect you to pay money and then have the meal. Assume it is you taken a coupon for 50 rupees. Listen carefully. Lunch, afternoon lunch. So 50 rupee you paid, you got that coupon, you gone to the counter where meal is served, you are given that coupon and he is going to give you a nice thali, fixed thali. Smaller chutney sambar he will give you, but if you ask extra rice or extra chapati, extra roti, parota, he will charge you. Correct na? Okay. Student, listen carefully. Why it is coupon? Because the rate is known in advance. After eating, you should not get surprised. No, if a fellow will charge you 200 or 300 rupees, then you should not quarrel. Coupon rate means rate known in advance. You know it is 50 rupee coming. You paid and you got. It is not after having the lunch, it is before. Hello. Is that clear to you? Is that clear to you? Please respond with single message. Yes. Clear. Students, observe this point. Observe this point. It is very clear to all of you. Now, my point is, when you go to a bank to put a money deposit for some years, whether the rate is decided well in advance or it is after some years, you deposit now, after 3 years I will give. On that date ka rate or today only? You know it today. Banker mentions if you keep it for 3 years, this is the rate. Therefore, the rate is known in advance. It is called coupon rate. Hello. It is called what rate? Coupon rate. That is what we have to learn. Therefore, the nominal rate, another name is coupon rate. Where else you use? Fixed will be there. It is not going to change. Can you tell me anywhere in your company there is a fixed dividend? Equity shareholder ka dividend changes. Am I right? Equity shareholders ka dividend rate changes based on company's profit. But if at all you are a debenture holder, for debenture rate is not going to change. 10% debenture means every year 10% biscuit only. Sorry, 10% rate only. It is not going to increase. fixed deposit rate will not going to change. That's why it is called coupon rate. Bonds ka rate will not change. That is going to called as coupon rate. So any rate or interest percentage fixed well in advance, it is called coupon rate, called nominal rate. You are a law learning law also, no? On the side, there is a law subject to you. There is interesting, I will tell you. There is something called as contractual rate. What are the names it has? Specified rate, coupon rate, contractual rate. What is this word contractual rate? It is a contract between banker and you being a depositor. Banker tells you, I will give this much rate of interest. I will give that, don't worry, your money will not go anywhere. And you have this much rate of interest and this is the period. It is a contract between the depositor and the bank. That's why the rate is also called as contractual rate. So we learned 3 names all together. All of you write in the chat box. Quick, I'm just waiting. One is nominal, comma coupon, comma contractual. All the 3 words you have to write. Together you have to write nominal, then comma coupon rate, comma contractual rate. Super. Super. Shall I go to the next one? Excellent. Super, super, super. You have to learn. When my class gets over, no, you have to learn here and you have to go. You have to be very, very clear. There is no confusion. No one should shake you any kind of question. 40% marks in this, business math should, you have to get. You have to earn. Sure, no? All of you do it? Yes, excellent. Now let us go to the other side. Let us go to the other side. Effective rate. This is not the given rate. Given rate is 10%. This is not the given rate. This is the actual rate of interest yielded. What you actually get at the end. Do you agree? What was, let us see your memory power. In the example which I given you, what was the nominal rate? First half yearly compounding, what was the nominal rate? What was given in the question? 10%. What you actually ended up with final, what is that effective rate? 10.25%, slightly more. Do you agree your effective rate is more than nominal rate or slightly more than nominal rate? I repeat, effective rate of interest is slightly more than nominal rate. Effective rate is slightly more than nominal rate. That's the next thing which we learned. All right. So in the example, this is 10%, this is 10.25%. This is what I wanted to communicate to you. Now question comes, so that's okay. Every time I cannot do half yearly taking 100 rupee, no. That takes more time. This is okay, 2 year. If it is quarterly, it will take more time, or monthly you do 12 times, and it is Herculean task to do 12 times your interest computation. That's why we have to apply the formula. Listen carefully. What is the formula for effective rate of interest? Whatever question mentions you, it is nominal rate. Whatever question mentions to you is what rate? Nominal rate. Shall I tell you effective rate? Hello? This will come half yearly. Yearly it will not come. We understood. No? In yearly computation, nominal and effective are same because yearly compounding. Whereas in case of half yearly compounding, nominal to 10%, effective we get 10.25. How do you derive that? How do you derive the formula? Okay. I will give you one chance. Okay. Have you learned half yearly compounding? What is the formula? P into, tell me, 1 plus I by 2 power what? Power what? I want to test you whether you are there with me or gone somewhere. 2n. Super. So this is half yearly compounding. Please note, please observe. If it is effective rate, if at all you want to do effective rate, I don't want P, I don't want N, I don't want P, I don't want, then what I want? I want only I want only nominal rate. I want only nominal rate which will be given in question. So then what is the formula, sir? Finally, the formula is very simple, dear. Tell me what is left out. See how easily you can remember. I'll tell you some ideas, you will not forget. So 1 plus I by 2 power 2, 1 plus I by 2 power 2 minus 1. Can all of you do this? Can all of you write this? Okay. Quarterly can do it. 1 plus I by 2. Quarterly means how many times? 4 times. By 4 power 4 minus 1. This is quarterly compounding. Monthly, 1 plus I by 12 power 12 minus 1. This is monthly compounding. Hope all of you got the idea. So the effective rate of interest computation is no P, no N. Rest remains same. Just do minus 1, you will get the answer. Super. Let us try whether this formula correct. If not, we'll throw into dustbin. 1 plus, what is I? Tell me what is I in that example? 10% 0.10 by 2 power 2 minus 1. Am I right? 1 plus calculator 0.10 by 2. Fast. Don't do 1.1. This is always very important. Students generally go wrong here. Always you divide first, then in BODMAS rule, divide first. 0.10 by 2. Crucially, you will write 0.5. No, it is 0.05. 0.10 by 2 is 0.05 power 2 minus 1. Finally, 1.05 square. What is minus 1? What is 1.05 square? Is it 1.1025? No answer from you quickly. Oh, answered. Very good. 1.1025 minus 1. Whether you last end with 0.1025. Tell me, is that right? Whether your last answer 0.1025. Yes. It is in what? It is in what? It is in what? Decimal, no? In all my working, it is decimal. But the rate, whenever you say express, it should be in percentage. How do you take into percentage? Multiply by 100. Calculator 10.1025 into 100, 10.25%. Is that I told earlier? Is that I told earlier? 10.25. So that's what we arrived here also. So finally, effective rate of interest becomes 10.25% if you take this formula. And therefore, you have to know all the different formula. Shall we quickly glance what and all I told? I explained you nominal and effective rate. Some example. After that, we realize the comparison of nominal and effective, and we worked out formula for nominal and formula for effective rate. So what we should ignore in that formula? Whatever you learned, remove P, remove N. Just do minus 1, you will get the answer. Simple. Prabhu Aditya says so it's correct. So let us not throw into dustbin. Aditya, very interesting. All right. Let us look at the nominal and effective rate of interest theory. Right, super. So all of you are there. Please refer here. Okay. This is what we are to discuss. I explained this entire concept to you. Let us consider a deposit of 100 rupees for a year, 10% per annum, compounded yearly and half yearly. Find the amount after 1 year and compare both the answer. Please note the rate of interest we learned, it is nominal and effective. Here it is 10%. Okay. Yearly and half yearly it was given. Okay. Yearly and half yearly. What was the answer we ended up with? This gives you finally 10% per annum. This gives you 10.25% per annum. Any doubt so far? We worked out that, Okay. Then if we compare, we can find that half yearly compounding gives more interest than yearly compounding. Am I right? Half yearly gives more interest than the yearly compounding. In the second case, this is very important. Even though the rate specified is 10%, investor effectively gets 10.25%. Student, tell me what is this named as? Question what says is nominal. What is the second one named as? What I am marking here, please note, it is named as effective rate. Nominal rate and effective rate, a chart is given. Rate of interest specified, rate of interest yielded. It is also called as coupon rate or contractual rate. Am I right? Have I discussed this coupon rate or contractual rate? Yes. And nominal rate is 10%. Slightly higher than nominal rate. In the above example, effective rate comes to 10.25%. And the formula, all concept number 15, there is a formula which all of you have to take down. Quickly take down the formula. And in this, I represents nominal rate, that is always given in question. Please take down this. All of you are writing no. I'm hoping that you are taking all this formula. Concept 15, take the formula. This notes will be circulated to you, but you take down, so whatever you're discussing now. Thank you for all your wonderful participation and high spirit, Josh. We'll continue tomorrow and we'll work out more problems.